making of a GP bowl. This one's already been biscuit fired. I'm going to show you just quickly how to make it and how to roll the rim. I'm then going to make one of these, which is going to be a bowl that can be for a turned foot. So here goes. First of all, we do the GP. So we're going to centre up the clay as usual. Now remember that little trick there? Centre the clay, but also make sure it's centred right down to the wheel head here, the base. It's easy to forget that. So, okay, now I'm just pushing that up against the side of my hand, if you see what I mean. My hand here, and it's just pushing it up like that. Now when we get to about this stage in the bowl, it's not too bellied, the bowl, it's fairly straight, and it's probably a little higher than it is wider. I'm going to now, if you can see that, see what I've done? Put my finger there just below the level and just pull the clay over it like that. See? And I take the clay and push it down like that and tuck it in underneath. Okay? Now I've got the basis there now for the shape of the GP bowl. I'm now going to fill it out from the inside, fill out the curve and just make it a little bigger. See? Now that should be approximately 15 centimeters diameter. Now I'm going to use the stick on the outside here, clean it right the way down to the wheel head, and to get the shape. Okay, now we have a few throwing rings in there, but we're not going to worry about them. That's not a problem. So, leather. Just one point to note, when you are using the stick, like you saw me do, on the outside here of the pot, can throw up on the inside a ridge. So it's good when you're doing that just to put your hands on the inside at the same time. Okay, so that's that one, that's the GP bowl. So we're going to cut him off. Hold him, fingers like that, just dry it off, and just lift it slightly towards you, like that. Okay? Put him down on the board. That's one kind of bowl. Now the other little bowl I'm going to make, which is going to be the same weight as that, so it will be not as small as the example one. It's a small footed bowl. So what do? Well, go through the same motions. Cone up the clay, push it down. Centre it at the base. Now, with this one, it's going to have a trimmed foot, so we're not going to go too deep. Apart from that, they're basically the same. We're going to pull it up, pulling it up against the side of my hand, like that. Using my hand both as a support and as the accomplice to my fingers on the inside. So because this type of bowl has a slight shoulder underneath here, I'm going to make the diameter of the foot slightly less. Now this is the bowl you guys can make. This one doesn't have a rolled rim at all. Things to bear in mind about when making a bowl: nice round inside. Okay.
Why don't you roll that rim?
Well, this kind of bowl doesn't have a rolled rim, basically. This is not such a utilitarian bowl because it's slightly more ornate, because of the mere fact that it has a turned foot. It's more. So now can you see that little shoulder? There's a bit of a change in direction about there where my finger is.
Mm-hmm.
It's just going in a bit more. That's because we'll have a smaller turned trimmed foot. More delicate bowl than the other one. The other is more of a utilitarian, everyday cereal kind of soup bowl. Well, you could also use this for that as well. I don't know if you can see the slight change in the shape there. You see? See, it's slightly going in, isn't it? There. And that one, you see, will be more like that. Anyway, I want you to do some trimming. It won't be till tomorrow, of course. So, all right, have a go at those. You've got your lumps ready. I'll come and check you out, see how you go. All right.